I'm sitting there and thinking to myself, how does this transition into being a patient? And something really stuck out to me, Dr. Ozzie, is you said to have better tools because it's like you're waiting for something to go wrong. And that's so interesting because it made me feel like as a patient, you get a transplant and you almost have this fear of waiting if something's going to go wrong. So how amazing if we could have tools so that we don't have to live in that fear. So thank you for that heartfelt sentiment. Also just had these thoughts from a patient perspective that we want all of the information we can get to make the most educated decisions. If we had just added confidence into the results, like I get monthly lab work done, I've done it for almost 20 years, and there is always a little like, this ping whenever the results come through in the email. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna open it up, I'm instantly gonna look at creatinine and ALT, and I'm just gonna hope for good numbers, and then no, I'm just gonna go for another month and enjoy the next month until labs again. It's like you always just have that connection to your numbers and knowing that they basically dictate your future. And the more certainty we can have, just the more confidence and comfort I think it would give us as patients on this journey. Like with biopsies, if we can have more certainty that we wouldn't have to think in our minds that maybe we'd need another repeat biopsy to look into it more would be huge. I had my liver transplant 4 years ago, and about 8 months into it, my numbers spiked, and immediate reaction is fear, and they told me I needed a biopsy. The anxiety I had around that was almost just, I didn't understand why, and I was, sure. Keep going. You think a biopsy itself isn't a big deal, but I was so nervous that day of thinking that a needle was going to go into my liver. And my husband said a sentiment that stuck with me. He said, it's not what you're having done today, but it's the trauma you've endured leading up to this point that is making today what it is and these emotions that you're having. So if we could just have more certainty and confidence and comfort in the results and not have to go through additional testing, it would really impact our lives positively. And I also think that they put me on a high course, this high dosage of prednisone for a while, just because they thought I might have had rejection. I got the biopsy results, it wasn't rejection, which meant I took all those immunosuppressants that technically I didn't need. And we know that the more immunosuppressants that we take, the more we're at higher risk for infection and all of those issues as well. And the thought of being able to do a urine test at home is mind-blowing to me. I love it because I, during COVID, participated in an at-home research study. Took my blood at home, sent it back in. It was so easy and it was exciting because I felt really active in my care, like I was doing something. So to think if I could do that at home would be amazing. And I think it would be neat to think if that's just part of your care and you could have those results and it would be something a lot easier. Like a sentiment I had to learn to love is following your trend of numbers, because I'll get results and the creatinine goes up and you're instantly like, oh, something wrong. And they're like, no, we'll wait till next month, follow the trend. I was like, okay, I've had to learn that, learn to love that statement. But just listening to this, sitting here thinking of the young version of me that didn't have education or hope or a community, and just to listen to what we've learned today and the hope for the future. And I'm just so appreciative for all of you and the work that you're doing to make a difference in my life and my future and all of us in the community. It's just an honor to just be here today with all of you. Thank you.